Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter the Master Puppets. Today, joined by
me, Mr. Just Michael.
Yes, and we're cracking some big stout from the States. So this is another big beer from WeldWerks, and this is the last WeldWerks beer I have in the cellar. I got this one in the States and had it shipped home. So yeah, not the cheapest way to get hyped beers, but sometimes that's the only way to get them. So you get someone to help you out with the bottles and picking them up, and they ship them to Denmark, and it's very costly, and that's why secondary values of these beers often in Europe are quite high if you find them. But there's also a lot of web shops, and I will note that right now. If you want to drink hype stouts, want to try them, be careful with these web shops because they charge even higher than the secondary values. Addicted to Craft Beer is a great example. They charge more than double and triple sometimes that you can actually get it for if you find it on trading sites or trading for us online.
But it is the easiest way for...
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also expensive.
Yeah, more expensive.
Yeah.
But some people buy it on those sites. So.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so it's another WeldWerks beer. This is, and that's why Corona was awesome, because it killed a lot of the hype, and a lot of these products are in distribution and easy to get these days. And like we get Anchorage in Denmark, we get Monkish in Denmark, side project now, and all this. They're expensive, but they're cheaper than secondary prices. So this is the birthday Medianoche. So we got a Medianoche variant that's just beers and barrels, no adjuncts. So this one was made or aged in Old Forester birthday bourbon barrels. And these barrels were these barrels were made for the 20th anniversary of Old Forester. And they only had a very limited number of barrels, and they got some. So they filled those barrels in June of 2010. The spirit was filled in 2010 and then aged for 10 years and then put in these 150th anniversary bottles. Yes. So this beer then was aged in those barrels for 20 months. And then this birthday Medianoche has flavors of honey drizzled baklava, chocolate, sugar cookies, cinnamon, mocha latte, and yellow cake batter. That they have some very creative tasting notes.
Yep.
Oh man, I totally see that yellow cake batter in there.
Let's see if we can find all of it.
Yeah. So as with Medianoche, holy fuck, it's just so thick and rich. The glass, like it pours like motor oil, and you can coat the entire sides of the glass with the liquid. In terms of ABV, I do not know because they do not put it on the bottle. Usually it's around 15%, but there's no law in Colorado apparently with beers of this strength to put the ABV on the label.
It's weird.
This is in Denmark. If a beer is over 10%, you don't have to put a best before date either. Actually, also. So,
okay.
But that I think makes more sense than the lack of an ABV statement.
Yeah.
But it's pitch black, it's rich looking, it looks like motor oil. Let's check out the aroma. Really rich, really decadent, loads of bourbon.
This smells pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I think there is Bourbon County vibes. We did a blind tasting of Bourbon County.
Yep.
But there's that vibrant barrel that you get from a Bourbon County. But it's a much richer, more decadent base beer.
It is. Yeah, you can almost smell the umami and the salt licorice notes, the depth
and the
of this one.
richness. But the barrel, interestingly, it almost smells like the barrel. I don't know with the Old Forester mash bill if there's rye in it. But I have a high rye bourbon. And it's got a lot of these fudgy sweet notes. But it has a sharp, spicy note. And I'm getting that in here. But that could also be the base beer. But I just remember Medianoche as not being that spicy, mainly being like rich and decadent and whatnot. Like,
I only think I've tasted one Medianoche.
That was a cookie.
The blueberry.
Blueberry, not the best variant.
No, either. And I shared it with two others, and I got the last one, and there was some jelly stuff in it, which ruined the experience quite a lot. Oh. So I'm stoked about trying this.
There is actually maybe a blueberry note, chocolate covered
maybe
blueberries.
I tried one other one. I don't remember.
So, do you smell like I get a lot of barrel?
Yeah, all of it.
Also, honey drizzled baklava,
especially
chocolate sugar cookies,
and yellow batter.
Yeah,
not all the other batter, but yellow batter.
Cinnamon.
It just
latte.
smells awesome. I don't.
Yeah. Rich, decadent umami notes, charred wood, loads of the barrel. The barrel is what really shines on this beer.
Maybe I can get some honey.
Yeah, it smells really good.
Yeah, it does.
Let's try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow, that's decadent. But you know what is surprising? The barrel really cuts through it.
Whoa, that's so thick. It's no carbonation, almost.
It's just lightly carbonated. But you know what? Cinnamon mocha latte. I actually see that. There is a cinnamon note, and there's lots of coffee.
It's not as sweet as I thought.
Mm-mm.
It's more salty.
Salty, savory. There's definitely some bitter dark chocolate. Loads of that. Rich coconut vibe on the end.
So low carbonation. Just you need to just let it rest on the tongue to feel a bit prickling.
Yeah.
It's just really, really
Yeah.
almost flat.
But Medianoches rarely have more carbonation than this. And I also think a liquid this thick can you even carbonate it?
I don't know.
Like
when the bubbles come up, it's
like if you
like some kind of sauce when you cook it on the stove.
First and foremost, this as well. It tastes like an Imperial Stout. It does not taste like cake batter.
Nope.
Like what I really like about Medianoche is that it's got roastiness and char and tobacco and all this.
It
leather.
tastes like beer.
It tastes like beer. It doesn't taste like a sweet, sugary mess.
Nope.
There is so much roast and umami and everything and char.
Really.
And then there's some fudginess from the barrel.
It has some reference to the one from what was the one we had outside? Evil Twin with a collab with. That was a barley wine, also with a lot of umami. We sat outside. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All that umami and all that intensity. Was that side project?
Yeah, but I think Meltvin is sweeter and more fudgy than this.
Perhaps it's a long time ago.
I'm really getting that cinnamon chocolate vibe. Also a little bit of chocolates with sea salt, caramel and sea salt. Dark chocolate, caramel, sea salt. Almost like
I can see that.
The dark chocolate Lindor chocolates. Where it has like dark chocolate
I mean
inside.
not 60, 70, 80% chocolate. Really, really dark.
Really dark and decadent.
Yeah. Also some dryness from that cocoa chocolate note.
Yeah.
And then I see also the licorice notes is definitely the salt licorice, sweet licorice, umami, all these savory notes.
Yeah.
To back up the chocolate.
But I think there is a little bit of a lack of bright flavor on it. I think there's definitely a little bit of coconut and vanilla and stuff, but it's a lot of heavy, intense, deep flavor.
It's heavy.
And really to balance it better, I think it needs a little bit more brightness. And that's maybe why Medianoche often best shines with adjuncts. Like fruit, like sweeter coconut flavor or the vanilla beans and like some of the things they put in. Because I think the best Medianoche variant I've had that was just in barrels is the Old Elk. That was aged in Old Elk bourbon barrels, which is a fairly new distillery, and that was fucking amazing. I think this is really good, but I don't think it hits the same level. I don't think the depth from the barrel is as rich.
Rating wise, where are you? I think I'm on.
I'm gonna let you go first.
I think I'm on a 97 or something. 97, yeah, 97. I'll land there.
Yeah. I'm not as impressed as with other Medianoche variants. I had my hopes up higher for this one. I think, Old Elk is better if we're talking just barrels in base beer.
But you don't rate it up against the other Medianoches. You rate it up against all beers.
Yeah. But
yeah.
They're also part of all beers. But if I just think of that, like Old Elk was much more it had like that chocolate covered espresso bean. There's a bit of that actually also in this, like dark chocolate covered espresso bean. But there was just like a little better balance of the layers, and I also think the synchronized collab with Moxa was better. So I'm thinking a 95 for me. Okay. I was actually debating a 94 even.
Okay.
I'm not that floored as I hoped. I think it's amazing. So it's like, for me, maybe early world class, or I don't know if it's the moment or whatever is going on, but I think also maybe I had an idea, like the last time I had a Medianoche was Reserve and I was like 99. And I was thinking, well, we're going to have one of these experiences now. And then it's just a little bit lower.
Okay.
So maybe, yeah. I don't know. I'm just not like as fond of this as other variants I've had.
I'm definitely around the 97. 96, 97, but closer to 97 for me.
I like it a lot. I think it's world class, but for some reason I'm just not as blown away as with other WeldWerks Medianoche variants. But maybe that will change once we get to the bottom of the glass. We'll see.
We'll see.
So If you guys had a chance to try Medianoche's birthday WeldWerks birthday Medianoche, let us know what you thought of them. Or thought of it. Aged in Old Forester birthday bourbon barrels, celebrating their 150th anniversary of making bourbon. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page, Twitter, and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos, and I'm going to say cheers. And we're going to say cheers.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, let's share happy birthday.
Oh, shit, I didn't realize that until now. And see you guys in another beer review.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.